I've got my phone just sitting in the office, never in there because I'm lifting stuff and I don't want to break it. So that's why I didn't see you guys' messages.
No worries.
What if you thought you're not dead? Because we're planning to murder you.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have the dirty deed.
I might have told everyone that listens to this that you grew crab legs and fell into a vat of poison. I don't remember though.
I'll have to listen.
Yeah.
Check out all the surprises on there.
No, I'm gonna get a computer set up so that we can you guys can even podcast when I'm not here.
What?
So you can just come in and press a button and it'll go if you want to. But yeah, then we can talk about everybody just being dead. Like whoever's not there.
Like a War of the Worlds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really freak people out. That would be so awesome to have done that. And be responsible for people burning their children alive and running off into the forest. Freaking out.
Breaking out. Okay. I think we're up and ready to go.
Welcome to the Wheel Pod. I just exploded.
I wish I could whistle.
How?
I can't whistle.
What kind of whistle though would you have done?
A slide whistle.
Like
yeah,
that?
exactly.
All right.
That's the drive time zoo noise.
Just pick one up at the dollar store.
They have those at the dollar store?
They have everything at the dollar store.
I know.
So I probably could have gotten these at the dollar store.
Really?
They would have been called something else.
Probably could have.
Foam dick covers.
Mm.
All right. Welcome to the Wheel Podcast with Chris Crazy Legs Fonseca, our producer, Nyland, no middle wackiness, Vigil, me.
Please don't let that stick.
Me, your host, the hack John Archer. Our guest is Ryan Pacheco. He'll be here any moment.
Yeah.
So hold your horses for that. This should be exciting.
Right. I'm going to have him walk in when he gets here and make fun of him for being late.
Even though he had no clue what time the show started. We'll still make fun of him.
Yeah, that's someone's fault.
No wackiness.
Hold on. Let me test your mic again. Maybe I turned it down or something.
I like no wackiness.
No wackiness?
Yes.
No, please don't let that
Nyland,
be.
no wackiness, Vigil.
I don't want that to stick as a brand and have that be like my fluffy. No wacky.
No W. That would look cool.
NWV.
And wait,
No wackiness.
is that
Vigil.
like a car?
No, it was very close to NWA.
Oh, ha ha ha. Yeah,
So-
Ice Cube.
Yes.
I wasn't born yet.
Easy-E. Him and Tupac are hanging out in Vegas with Elvis.
Wait, what?
Easy-E was also in NWA.
I know he was in, but he was hanging out with Elvis?
Tupac, Easy-E, and Elvis are still alive.
Oh, okay.
They're in Vegas.
I thought that there was like some big story where I was like, I thought Elvis was dead by that
How
time.
old is that coffee you're drinking?
I don't care. It's got shit floating in it. I don't think Marco cleaned this cup.
And you don't care. You just
I don't
want the
care.
caffeine.
I want the caffeine in my body. If I could inject it directly, that would be ideal.
Have you pick up No-Dose?
What's No-Dose?
Caffeine pills.
Oh, yeah, I've had those before.
They're cheap.
Yeah, they are cheap. I would put a couple in a bottle and shake it up and have that be my energy drink.
Oh, so it would like time delay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't just pop the pills.
Uh-huh. I do prefer to drink it.
Okay.
Drink my caffeine. I guess it helps feel more of like an alcoholic recovery thing.
Oh, it's like a pseudo trigger.
Basically.
Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that. I can't drink orange juice out of tumblers.
No?
No, that's a trigger for me. I want to mix it with vodka.
Oh, someone was just telling me about how if you drink too many screwdrivers, eventually you just start thinking there's vodka in your orange juice. You just have a straight cup.
Yeah, that's another
It
thing.
just fools your brain.
I've done that before, or have had that happen before, where it's just like, oh, I feel like there's vodka in there, or damn it, there should be some vodka in there.
Yeah.
But Alas, there was none.
I agree. I used to drink like double Jack and Coke, and to this day, if I have a full tumbler of Coke, I can taste the Jack Daniel.
Really?
5 years later.
I've kind of forgotten the taste of most alcohols. Like, I kind of remember, but I don't really remember. You know what I mean? Like, if you have, I mean, I don't know your lifestyle, but do you drink grape juice often, or like grapefruit juice? Like, there's a juice that you don't drink that often, probably haven't had in years. If I told you to remember what the taste was like, it'd be foggy.
No, grapefruit juice. Well, just like my memory for names, my taste bud memory is awesome.
Really?
Also.
No, I haven't. Maybe it's just that my memory is terrible.
Yeah.
Because I can't smell.
Oh, so your sense of taste is shot.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just not as good as I think other people's, because a big part of your sense of taste deals with your smell.
Scientists say more than 50% of your sense of taste is
I was hoping
smell.
it was like 20.
Well, in your case, it's 0.
But yeah, I think that keeps me from having a really good memory. It's just that I can't smell. And also I wonder like what food is supposed to taste like, because I taste really good food, but like I feel like I'm missing out on what it should be like.
Well, I've heard that smells are one of the biggest memory triggers.
Yeah.
So you smell sour milk, you might remember your mom's breast.
Mm-hmm. Is that why most of my memories are just like I remember one thing when I was 5, one thing when I was 12, and then like my memory starts a week ago. So I'm like Memento kind of. Like I wake up, I write stuff on my hand. Oh, I washed my hand. But I write stuff on my hand so that I wake up and know like where I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do.
What movie was that in the late 80s, early 90s? Was it Martin Short that had to keep writing himself notes? Or was it Dana Carvey? It was a short comedian, white.
His short white comedian.
Yeah.
Was he Jewish or no?
I do not remember.
Because that would eliminate a lot of...
We could go to the instant finder.
But then what was the like synopsis of the movie then?
He would lose his memory every time he went to sleep.
Groundhog Day.
No.
Bill Murray?
Oh
wait, no, that's
he'd repeat the day over and over. He was the only one that remembered.
Ah, right.
But,
opposite. 50 First Dates, Adam Sandler. Nope, that's a chick who does that. That's
Drew.
That's your friend.
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
I almost said Demi Barrington.
Demi Barrington.
I didn't want to say it out loud because I felt like it was wrong.
That is so close, though. I'm sure that she would love to change her name to Demi Barrington.
Right. So what is...
It's funny that her grandfather was the evil guy and It's a Wonderful Life.
Mr. Potter?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's awesome. That's one of my favorite characters ever.
Yeah.
It's what's
Lionel Barrymore.
Damn, that's way cool. I'm trying to remember. He has a line in that movie that I love where George Bailey runs by, Jimmy Stewart runs by, and he's like, "Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter." He's like, "And a Merry Christmas to you in jail."
In jail.
I fucking love that line.
I haven't seen that movie in probably 40 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I watch it like every other Christmas when
Really?
it comes on TV. I love Jimmy Stewart as an actor. He's awesome.
He also played Glenn Miller, the big band leader,
In what?
in the Glenn Miller story.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Lionel Barrymore.
Nah.
Lionel Barrington?
Yeah.
Lionel Richie.
Yeah. Jimmy Stewart did.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I need to...
I used to be able to do it pretty good. Jimmy Stewart.
Have you ever seen...
Been a while.
It's an older one. Jim Carrey. His stand-ups on YouTube is like 1.5 hour stand-up set, and he does a Jimmy Stewart, where Jimmy Stewart is like looking at a nuclear holocaust.
Yeah.
He's like, you could, oh, come on, family, come to the window.
That's where he also takes the
beautiful mushroom
slug of water and does the barking dog.
Yeah. That one's great. But anyway, Jimmy Stewart, I love movies, but I don't get to watch them as much as I like. So I set up maybe a day a month, actually a lot less, but a day where I just get to watch like 10 movies in a row of a genre I want to watch. Like,
wait, 10 movies, so an hour and a half to 2 hours. You're just going for like
sometimes
24 hours.
Yeah, sometimes they're shorter because a lot of them are older movies. But and I just go in and out and like kind of have them on when I'm going about my day.
Mm.
So I'm like paying attention to them 50%. I'm not doing but I watch them. But like trying to remember, it's French New Wave films. That's the next one that I want to go through, is watch a bunch of those. And a list I've had forever is like 10 movies with Jimmy Stewart in it I want to watch.
Yeah, he's been in some Westerns too.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that everyone kind of from that era?
Oh, yeah.
Was in a Western or two?
Prior to the moon launch, you had to do a Western or two. 1,000. But
just be welcomed into Hollywood.
I'm going to take an aside real quick. Why are you putting the glasses on inside?
Because I look cool, bro.
Okay.
I'm vaping.
Or
Vape
is it,
Nation.
what was it, the
Vape
eye
Nation.
contact that was making you freak out?
Yeah, it was panicking me a little bit.
I was like, how long do I maintain eye contact with Nyland before he breaks away?
Right.
And every time I broke away first.
Well, I had these in Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
And they got really scratched up.
I can see that.
So now it's kind of cool because everything's like super blurry.
And that's always a good thing.
Well, it's like drunk goggles.
Beer goggles?
Beer goggles.
So I look a lot better to you.
Yeah. Actually,
Take them off.
Everyone looks on. No, that's it's like living your life on expert mode.
Expert. Oh. Handicapping yourself.
Right.
No offense.
Yeah. Everything looks like an Instagram filter right now. It's awesome.
Make everything look tilt focused so we all look like claymation.
That would be dope. Claymation freaks Nick out.
What?
I forgot it, and then the other night I found out again because I forget. But he like gets physically ill if he sees claymation.
Could you imagine if he dreamt about Mr. Darcy in claymation? How freaked out he'd get.
Oh, that'd be terrible. I don't think he's really afraid of that monkey. Like, that monkey fucked his face, but he was like very whimsical about the whole ordeal. Yeah. He was like, Mr. Darcy, what you doing with your willy there? And he'd already been fucked in the mouth by a monkey once.
Yeah.
I should really have him back on to tell that story because I've wanted to talk to him about baboons, and we just talk about space and all other kinds of shit.
Well, as I'm saying, that's the quintessential Nick story for me, because I don't remember where he first told it. I think he told it at the Waffle House.
Oh, really?
That night at 4 a.m. in the morning, and that was so cool. But the fact that he loathes or is terrified of claymation, taking his funny story and turning it into claymation, I just think that would be, he'd have a tough time ever telling that story again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I just thought it was interesting that he had such an adverse reaction to just something visual, like claymation, and he was gonna vomit.
So he can't watch like
Gumby.
No,
Gumby
he can't do it.
Wallace and Gromit.
No,
Chicken Run.
He like starts sweating. He can't do it.
Mr. Bill.
VeggieTales.
VeggieTales is animated. It's not.
I don't know. I haven't seen that shit in forever.
It is. I'll tell you, it's not claymation.
Bob the Builder. None of these are things that I would watch
Davy and Goliath.
Davy and Goliath.
Oh, Jason and the Argonauts.
Davy and Goliath was claymation on Sunday morning for Christians. It was some like creepy kid with this talking dog.
How long ago was that?
It was in like the 60s and 70s.
I just missed that.
I didn't. It just dawned on me now. I never thought of like the 60s and 70s as having children's shows.
They had a lot. Freaking in the 50s, they had what's the puppet? Howdy Doody.
Howdy Doody. Right.
The Bozo the Clown was on TV. There was a bunch of kid shows.
I didn't know that Bozo the Clown had a TV show. I know who Bozo was, but I didn't know that's how he was famous. I just remember he died, and everyone was like, Bozo died. And I was like, I couldn't give a shit who Bozo is. And they're like, he's a clown. I was like, I care even less now.
He's Krusty's loosely based on him. He was a bit wacky, but everybody assumed behind the scenes he was like Krusty. later after the show was off the air, I think.
Did he have like a bit of Marlon Brando thing? Or the more successful he got, the more he went off the rails?
I don't know.
Became Krusty.
Yeah.
We'll have to address that on another podcast. The clown podcast.
There was a local guy up in Denver, Blinky the Clown. And he would bring kids in for their birthday, sing happy birthday to them. But the real guy owned an antique shop in Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what? Antique shop in Denver?
An antique shop.
Oh, an antique shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, clowns are weird.
Yeah.
I think we should do away with clowns. I'm done with clowns.
Yeah, let's... I'm anti-clown also.
They only haunt nightmares now. I don't know the last time a clown made anyone laugh.
I'm not afraid or scared of clowns. I just don't find them funny.
If you were to turn a corner in your house at night and there was a clown, I think you would be more afraid than if there was just a guy.
I think I could take a clown.
Really?
That's what I think. I'd be like, oh, it's not just a guy; it's a freaking idiot clown. All he can do is juggle.
Really?
He lives in his mom's
how about
basement.
chainsaws?
If it's a clown with a chainsaw, I'm assuming that the chain's not on it. So I'm going for it. Maybe. I'd have to be put in that situation. I mean, I'm scared. I had my closet doors open and they're mirrored and left the room. Came back into the room late at night. Didn't flip on the light because my wife's sleeping and punched that freaking the mirror
you saw a reflection
of myself. I was like,
a
what
dog?
the hell's that? Actually, I didn't punch it. I pushed it. I was just like, bam.
Pushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a split second in between your fight or flight response. There's like a quick second when your brain tries to decide. And it's always made me, that split second makes me look like such an asshole when I go into the fight response because someone will jump out and scare me. And then there's a half second like I considered it and then punched him in the face.
You did actually do it?
Yeah. Like
nice.
your brain goes fight, flight, let's click fight before, like you don't just immediately do it. Yeah. But it makes it look in that moment like, okay, I'm done being scared. Now I'm just going to hit him.
Oh, like you had a conscious decision.
Like you were I decided it.
You ass. Bam.
Right.
Okay.
But it's really just because I wouldn't like to punch my girlfriend for scaring me, but there's just a split second there that makes it look really bad, like it's premeditated.
So we should put up webcams in your house when you have a living girlfriend or a roommate. Actually, you have a bunch of roommates. Do they scare you?
No, my roommates right now are docile.
We should issue a challenge to them.
Like they play board games. Like they smoke weed and play board games for fun.
But wait, they're in Colorado. There's the outdoors and there's the internet, and they play board games?
They like board games.
Wow. I mean, do they drink while they're playing them?
Yeah, but they don't. They don't drink like people who drink.
Oh, really?
It's like there's alcohol in the room, but it makes me angry because I'm like, you're doing it wrong. Somebody hit somebody.
There's only 9 ounces of alcohol consumed between 4 people.
Yeah, exactly. So, they had a party and they were watching Mulan, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to my my section of the house here.
That was their party?
Yeah, that was their party. Is they were drinking and watching Mulan. And I was
Were
like,
they
hey,
drinking wine? Did they have a spread of brie cheese and fancy crackers?
No, they had pizza and everyone was drinking wine except for my one roommate who I respect, who was drinking scotch and I think was just sitting there because his girlfriend put on Mulan.
So, but the pizza was probably a pesto pizza or something?
Something. I don't know.
Mayonnaise and peas pizza?
It's strange to me. I don't get it. I don't get how people my age could ever be interested in that shit. Like I had a bunch of friends that I was just in the room when they were talking about they're planning to do mushrooms in a week, and they're like, what activities should we set up? And I was like, activities? They're like, yeah, well, maybe we set up crayons and like board games. Maybe like pull out a movie.
Wait, they planned their drug experience?
They planned their drug experience. And I was like, you guys are doing it fucking wrong.
It's got to be spontaneous.
You're supposed to only think about the drugs until they're in your body, and then you panic and go, what now? I never had a second thought when I was doing drugs. Like, before I do cocaine, I should probably set this up. It was just focus on the cocaine.
Yeah, like the first time I ever did peyote out in the desert with a bunch of friends. I was hanging on to rocks trying to keep from flying off into space. If I would have planned anything for that, we would have done none of it.
Right.
Because it was, I mean, the first like hour or so, waiting for it to kick in, was, my hands were sweaty. I remember that. But once it kicked in, it was cool for about 5 minutes. Then after that, it's like the planet just kind of tilted, and the gravitational force of the stars were starting to pull me, and I had to hold on to rocks because if I let go of a rock, I was going to be flying into space.
Yeah, it's supposed to be spontaneous.
Yeah,
you're totally right. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like you can't plan to do acid and fight a vacuum cleaner.
That would be the perfect time to push gravel. If you're trying not to fly off of the rock. Triple word score.
With the silent Q.
It
is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that dude's got a beard.
His glasses are foggy. Yeah, we talk about that. We just, every time I see a cyclist, I'm like, is that Sarah? Because sometimes it is.
Yeah.
No matter where I am. I'm up in Monument. Like, is that Sarah? Yeah, she's just going.
Yeah, I've seen her a few times. Just Sarah be serious. Sarah be biking.
I always think I should stop and offer her a ride, and then I don't do it. Like, every single time.
And you're the only one that has a vehicle that could.
Yeah, they could house her.
Take the bike.
Yeah.
But you just keep going.
I just keep going.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this podcast.
I hope you don't do that with me.
I've never seen you out and about without one of us.
Yeah. I don't think I'm allowed.
So they put the ankle bracelet on your wheelchair instead of your ankle.
Like a car boot.
Yeah. Speaking of unplanned drug dalliances, the first time I ever did acid was my last day at work at a pizza parlor before I was going into the Army. It was about a month and a half before I left for the Army.
Did one have to do with the other?
A friend? No. I'd never done acid before.
It was just all coincidence?
Yeah. And I had done other stuff at work, so I was a dumb 19-year-old kid. And a friend of mine said, don't do all of this at once. It was camouflage blotter acid. People from the Sacramento area will probably remember this stuff from 1988. And I didn't know it took so long to take effect. So I took a quarter hit. 15 minutes later, I took another quarter hit. 15 minutes after that, I took another quarter hit. 15 minutes after that, when it's about ready to kick in, I took it and the phone rang and I'm taking a pizza order. And I'm looking down the hallway and I'm leaning on my shoulder or leaning on my elbow with the phone like this. And I'm taking the order. And then when I pull my head up, the hallway just goes like this, just wiggles towards me.
Hits you all at once.
My face goes flush. My back gets hot. And I realized I can't finish these next 4 hours. I'm going to have to drive home as fast as I can before this really hits me. And the owner, Jimmy Murdaka, shout out to Jimmy Murdaka, Lodi Pietro's Pizza. Anyway, he saw me. And he looks at me and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't feel good." It's like, "Oh, that's too bad, Johnny. All right, well, go home. We'll send you your check."
Sorry.
That's fine. I got home as fast as I could, laid down in my bed, and looked at the walls, watch them melt. And that was that experience.
I fucked up once because I took like 5 tabs of acid with the plan of I had to be at work in 13 hours. And I was like, I'll be done tripping in 12 because it's a 12-hour trip. You can almost set your watch by it. But what I forgot to take into account was the next 5 hours of what I call the janglies.
You're still kind of
where the world is jangly and you're sweating chemicals and green. So I went to work like that and almost got fired. I think my boss hated me for the rest of the time I worked there because he didn't really notice me when I worked there. He just hired me and then I did my own thing, worked under someone else. But he didn't really notice me until that day. And this one lady leaned over the sneeze guard. I was working at a salad place. It was like Subway, like you make your own salad. She leaned over the sneeze guard and her face ballooned out in front of me and I threw tongs at her.
What?
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get fired. But that was my boss's real first interaction with me. So for the rest of the time, he hated my guts. He just thought that's who I was.
Wow. And you couldn't go up to him and go, "Boss."
Right.
Dude,
I've just been on acid for the last 13 hours and I haven't slept in 2 days. It's
What
totally.
did she do?
She just kind of was like, "Oh my God," and then complained and someone else made her salad.
Well, that was also back then when women's opinions were far less important, right?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
No, I am not a misogynist.
Things have changed.
This afternoon?
Yeah. Earlier today. Hey, Ryan.
Hey.
Hey.
Is it starting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's starting.
That's your seat. Speak directly into the mic.
This mic right here?
That one, there you
That
go.
one right there. You have to get in close and closey to John. Oh, wait.
Oh,
no,
my.
You're on
Oh, you're
camera.
good.
Am I on camera? Hi.
Yeah, look at that. You can see yourself.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the sultry sounds of Ryan Pacheco's voice.
That mic does sound really good with your voice. I need to get a new one because this one I just moved to, and it's way too high-pitched and tinny.
Well, that's just your voice.
But you do. No, you do sound good on that one, like NPR. Good.
Wow.
Cool.
See, too bad mics didn't break in bass or guitar strings. Because when you first put on those strings, because I'm a 26-year bass player. No, anyway. No, it just the way you described it, it's like when you first get those bass strings on, some are a little tinny depending on what you buy, but they seem to be just a little bit different, obviously, because your old strings are all greasy and nasty.
Right.
So, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. I don't play the bass. I play everything else, though.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
you got to watch out for those greasy piano fingers.
The bass is the one?
That's the one.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so guitar.
Yeah, I play guitar. So I bet I could play the bass.
It's easier than guitar.
Yeah.
There's one of my old jokes was, you used to make fun of drummers. What do you call a guy who hangs out with a bunch of musicians? That's not my joke, but you call him a drummer. You can switch the bassist out also, because what's the bassist doing? Plucking one, maybe 2 strings at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe on certain songs, but it's just boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Unless you're playing the theme song to Seinfeld. That shit's crazy.
How much money did that guy make?
So
Not
much
enough.
money.
Does he get 30 cents every time Like one of those little licks plays
I,
on the cutscene.
he'd better.
I bet you he sold it for like X amount and didn't get any royalties. Because the first year of Seinfeld sucked.
Really?
You guys watch it.
Yeah, I don't remember when it came out. I remember those episodes not being as good as the other ones, but I remember them still being funny.
90?
I just don't know what the reaction was to them because it wasn't
1990 or 91. Because I was still in the Army when it came out.
What year were you born?
91.
That was 91.
Yeah.
Wait, so how are you only 1 year older than me?
I was born in April.
Because I thought you were, when I first met you, I thought you were 3 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And then I found out you were like 3 years older than me. And now I'm finding out you're only 1 year older than me. Like, you got to pick an age.
Math with
no,
I'm
Nyland.
sick of this shit. I've stayed true to 1992 the entire time.
I've also stayed true to 1991, but it sounds like you haven't stayed true to math.
That's the year of the chicken.
Aw, man. I was told it was the year of the goat.
I'm the year of the rat.
Oh, that's almost worse than a chicken.
Since I'm not Chinese,
It
I
fits my
always
personality.
forget.
Yeah, you don't remember?
Nope.
Just eat enough Chinese food. You always have one of those placemats in front of you.
Yeah, you're right. I remember looking it up.
It tells you everything you need to know.
It's got all the info on there.
Yeah.
If you were born in 91, it means that you you're bad at relationships, but you're good at love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember I was reading one of those placemats, and I think I was looking at the dragon sign or some shit, and it said date a pony or a rattlesnake or some shit like that. And I looked at what those years were and did the math, and I was like, so if you're a dragon and you're dating either a pony or a rattlesnake, your options are 15-year-old girls or 50-year-old women. Like, it didn't add up. Like, obviously some dude was just like, date this animal because not enough people are dating that one.
Well, would you rather date a 15-year-old or a 50-year-old?
50.
What's the
Because
50-year-old
it's
look
against
like?
the law.
Just got to be a criminal.
So I'm a cock.
I'm not pulling that Fast and Furious shit. What's that guy's name?
Vin Diesel?
No, the guy who...
Paul Walker?
Paul Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dead one.
Yeah, the dead one.
Oh, okay, the
Or,
dead
like,
one.
When he died, someone did the math on, like, his girlfriend. Like, they've been dating for 7 years, and she's 19 now.
No, it wasn't that bad, but it was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was something bad.
Been dating since they were 3?
Yeah.
Well, you know math either.
No, I don't. That's not my forte at all.
Mm-hmm.
But music is math.
Music is music, man. Why are you trying to overcomplicate things?
It depends on what music. Because if you listen to metal now, you're, like, autistic. Like, it's just... I've done it. Like, you listen to, like, mathcore, and it's just numbers flying at you out of the speakers. And you're just doing...
That's a real thing.
5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pi.
No.
Hypotenuse.
Today is Pi Day.
Yeah.
Fucking...
Oh, I forgot.
Brutal, awesome band Between the Buried and Me. They roll 20-sided die to see what their breakdown is going to be, what time signature.
What a bunch of nerds.
Yeah. Like, that's hardcore, that counting. I think they have a breakdown in like 11-2 or some shit.
Jesus.
Whatever it is. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous.
That doesn't even make sense.
They break out into
No.
lute solos. It's the whole thing. Some guy, one of the drummer has a gong. And
He has a gong.
and they play metal.
Jeez.
Listen to the Colors album. That one is fucking brutal and
The
awesome.
gong is for when the song is over. They just go, Pwah!
Or they do that in the middle just for fun.
Right. There are limited places in a song you can use a gong. It's kind of the beginning or the end.
There are so many things bubbling up in my head right now. And the first is Pi Day. Back in California, and when I lived in San Jose, I can't remember what year it was, but there was somebody hired a team of skywriters to actually do pi out to X number of places. I can't remember if it was 100 or 200, but you could see it from my house. There's a 3.141 blah 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 blah, and
The points are
it
the
was
hard
like,
part.
Yeah.
are you freaking kidding me? Who's the geek who had that kind of
Yeah.
money and then did that? And then everybody in the Bay Area was like, oh, it's so cool. Except for the homeless people. They're like, it's the end of the world.
That sounds like some space alien shit. Like, if I woke up one day and went outside and there was just a bunch of numbers in the sky, I would, like, be like, they're calling me.
Yeah. There is a guy
That's good.
At Bristol who he's there every day. He doesn't have a job. I don't know how he can afford to be there every day, but he's there every day, and he's crazy. He always wears like combat fatigues and camo.
Oh.
And he talks about like the government spying on him. At every, conspiracy theory, every single one he believes in it completely, and will argue with you on any of it. Like dolphins control your mind, everything. And he'll talk to you for hours about it. So sometimes I just like, hey, Randall, what's going on? And then I just sit there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
While he blathers on. But I always wanted to hire a skywriter to like write his name above Bristol and see the like panic of like, Randall, we're watching you. Like, my God.
Surrender, Randall.
Surrender, Randall. Yeah. No,
Or Randall. Quit telling our secrets.
I think about doing it, but it be cool. It might cause like a serious problem. Like he might grab a steak knife and start killing people. Like, this is it.
They told me to do it.
This is what I prepared for.
That's good to know that I'm still not the craziest person in the world.
Yeah,
I believe a lot of conspiracy theories. I'm like 5 minutes away from just putting on a tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Illuminati's like all up in our business now. And like our president was chosen. He wasn't voted for. He was chosen. Mm-hmm. And now there's cameras in our microwaves.
Wait a minute. So you don't believe in the Electoral College?
No.
I don't believe in any college, bro.
College is for squares.
It is for squares.
Your
and all
mom
those
goes to college.
Yeah, your mom goes to college.
Not a square. I'm one of those other shapes. If I could name one.
I'm a dodecahedron.
Yeah, you got that from Simpsons, didn't you?
What, dodecahedron?
Yeah, when Lisa's trying to teach Maggie.
I got that from a Junt Metal album cover.
I just remember her telling Maggie, "Dewlap, dewlap," and showing a Brahma bowl. And then she shows her a 12-sided or a 20-sided shape, and she goes, dodecahedron.
Oh,
that's why it stuck in my head. And I assume that maybe you learned it from the same place I did.
I learned it from like geometry, but
I hated geometry. It's not math.
No, it's shapes.
I know, but I was also
shapes.
I was 2 weeks
good
late.
At shapes. I'm not good at a lot, but shapes, I can kill some shapes.
I can nail shapes.
I know square is like the same thing as a rectangle, but not.
What's a 5-sided shape called?
I don't know, man. That's not one of the important ones.
Let's see, quattro.
Centipede.
Cinco pod.
We have a giant building that the military uses in Washington, D.C.
Syncothon.
Pentagon.
Teddygram.
Yeah, you're right. Pentagon's wrong. It's the Teddygram.
You know, if you would have like said with a star in it, I would have known because it's summoned the devil a lot, but I don't know what the shape is.
It's a pentagram.
And a pentagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know pentagram.
Pentagram is a message that the devil sends you.
The devil sends you?
Pentagram.
Pentagram.
Because every time I've seen anybody use it, they're calling the devil.
Oh, so you're sending the message to the devil.
Yeah. It's like the text. It's like the devil text.
Like he doesn't have demons watching you and telling them already. They've already completed most of the pentagram. You might want to get ready.
If you write a letter to Satan, like, does it have to be on parchment?
It does, actually. He refuses anything else.
Because all the letters to Satan that I've found in like various attics and stuff on houses I'm working on, they're all in parchment. And I'm like, I don't know where the fuck you buy parchment.
How many letters to Santa does Satan get? I wonder. And he's just
so many.
I'm not giving you a My Little Pony, you fuck. I'm not gonna bring your dad back to your mom and your family, you fuck. I feel kind of sorry for Satan.
I can't bring your grandma back from the dead. Sorry.
She's my main whore.
Or she's in heaven and she's out of my reach.
Your grandma's pussy is tight.
And on fire.
That pussy's on fire. Can you afford that song if I sing the rest? Can
No,
you
if you have to change
parody it.
You have to change all the lyrics. Make it about my grandma's pussy.
My grandma's got pussy.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay,
We can afford it now.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. God forbid I cost you guys like 20 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can't afford it.
Suck.
We just bought these sick new microphone pop filters,
Yeah.
so we're out of. Yeah.
What sucks is for me,
Come in
my
closer.
grandmother died at birth.
Pop, pop, pop.
Get closer to me.
To you?
Do it. Or if you get closer to me, it's closer to everyone else.
Hey,
You're standoffish.
I'm in a chair. I'm not being standoffish.
The chair moves.
Barely.
They didn't do the math.
I don't think they heard it.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, they were in their own little world.
Who does what?
I said it sucks for me. My grandmother died at birth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your grandmother died at birth?
That means
Yeah.
your grandma got it on inside the womb.
Bang!
Your grandpa's dick was so big it went past.
It went back in time, yo.
No, I just think it went like up the woman's vagina into the baby's vagina, and then like 9 months into 9 months.
Oh, yeah.
For a total of 18
Inception,
months.
Like an inception
the
baby,
immaculate inception.
a babyception.
Yeah,
I gave birth to Russian dolls.
Russian nesting dolls or babushka dolls. Nice.
What are those? Do they like hide cookies in there or like secrets?
They
Like,
should.
Why are those dolls there?
The Russians had nothing to do but drink vodka and work.
Yeah.
Stand in line for toilet papers. They got bored. I
Because
will take piece of wood and make doll for my child.
yeah. So is
I
there
am done
just
with doll. I will cut doll in half and make smaller doll inside.
yeah, like that is some Aspergery woodwork.
Why buy one doll when you can have 12?
But it just goes down to smaller dolls. It doesn't reach a point where there's like it's a container for a pill.
It's a container for a smaller solid doll is what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it was to
smaller.
smuggle secrets.
Yeah, just put like a cyanide capsule in the middle and a little note that's like, you know what to do.
How shitty a gift is that? Now that I'm thinking about it, like imagine if for Christmas you got a present and inside of it was another present and just presents all the way down until it was a tiny present that was solid.
It's like, I got you a cube.
My gift to you was being excited and then disappointed.
Like marriage.
What other? Because like in Mexico they had the ballin' cup, and they have the
they're
Russian,
famous for that.
Yeah, they have the Russian dolls. Like, do Russians have any other toys?
They
Just
have rock.
liquor.
We have empty
Liquor.
liquor bottles.
That's how bowling was invented. They finished 12 bottles of vodka and they just set them up and
10,
threw a
yeah.
Russian doll at them.
Someone sanded a rock down into a sphere with their forehead and threw it at like a bunch of children standing in a triangle.
Which is very impressive for a game invented by a bear on a unicycle.
No, they just went to the Stalin pile where all the heads of his victims were laying and grabbed a skull
Right.
and threw them at 10.
It does have
Empty liquor
multiple
bottles.
holes.
Yeah. You got-
Skulls do.
Skulls do, yeah. They're perfect bowling balls. They got the holes in them already and everything.
Yeah. Like only a few of those skulls are fuckable, but you can put your fingers in almost all those holes in the skull.
Plus, the lanes were made of ice, so it didn't have to roll. It just slid like a curling
Right.
stone.
We should. I'm just gonna accept that this is how bowling was created, and if anyone tries to tell me wrong, like if Andrew is like
Yeah.
that joke's not factually accurate, like of course it's not fucking Andrew, but I believe it, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
In the face of facts, is my believies.
My believies?
Yeah.
You guys want to go to Andrew's Facebook page. You can see an argument between inebriated me and Andrew about global warming. And I forgot. I went back and read it, and I realized I missed a main point.
Uh-huh.
And just watch him just go nuts and me go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And the main thing was, I don't believe global warming is man-made.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about a 50-50 split between scientists. And he was screaming at me, 97% of scientists believe in global warming. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. But
So it was different arguments you were having.
exactly. And all I had to do was put in man-made. Instead, I said the sun causes global warming.
Sun.
Duh.
Well, put the sun out, and we won't have any global warming.
Sun's hot, and it looks at us. I don't really know how many times we go around, but it's hot.
So yeah, it's,
Were you talking about the sun or the Son of Man?
Yeah, Jesus Christ of Nazareth is responsible for the cooking of our planet.
well, ultimately his dad made everything, but I'm talking SON.
One time, I had a
Yeah, that's
I mean SUN. What I just said SON.
he knows a lot about global warming, not so much about spelling.
No, spelling's illogical.
I had a stove burner on, and it was hot, and I put my hand near it, and that was hot. So that's like my hand is like the earth, and so like God jacks off with the earth all the time.
And that concludes this episode of The Wheel
I'm a
Podcast.
scientist.
And that's why polar bears are dying.
That's Nyland science. Is what that is. Is if I haven't read a book on it, I don't know anything about it, and I just make shit up.
Yep. Just fill in the blanks. It's fine.
Yeah.
Aliens.
Who
Sure.
did the joke about the bipolar bears? Either the mental condition or the sexual dalliances.
Is it one of us?
Maybe I'm just
Because
misremembering.
that could be any. Because you talk a lot about polar bears, and I talk a lot about bipolar.
When have I ever talked about polar bears?
No? Okay, then maybe it's me too. It's one of the other me's talks a lot about polar
I'm
bears.
terrified of bears. I'm not going to just talk about them.
What about polar bears?
Polar bears are terrifying too.
They drink Coke.
They-
What other bear drinks Coke?
They are exceptionally aggressive.
On the beach.
On the beach. They're just like, well, we're lost, but at least we have soda.
We're lost. Well, the cool thing is polar bears get more per diem than black and brown bears.
What's per diem?
Just
Is that like cheese?
daily money for food and expenses and stuff, because the ecologists are more concerned about them than any other bear, so they give more money to the polar bears. And have you ever seen a polar bear ATM?
No.
Oh, check it out.
But I have seen polar bears walk around with fat stacks of cash.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's in a big burlap sack with a $ sign on it.
Actually, they use Inuit skin.
Inuit skin. I'm just not that Inuit.
God damn it.
I need to buy another camera so that you don't have to do these crazy gymnastic moves over here like Carrie Strug.
I'm working on it. Once I get the new computer, I'm just going to hook up 10 cameras to it.
Oh, jeez.
Film everything in the room.
So they'll see that I scratch my balls a lot more than most.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to put one under the table pointing at all our genitals.
Perfect.
Crotch cam.
The video footage shows that Ryan got an erection as soon as they started talking about polar bears. I suspect foul play.
It's a fear erection.
Yeah, I get so scared that I'm like turned on.
No, I get those.
Yeah.
That's actually the only kind of erection I get is through fear.
Nothing turns me on more than just someone I'm a little afraid of.
All right.
I've never had a fear on.
No?
No. It shrinks up everything. Like watching somebody on, I don't like heights. I can deal with them, but when you look over a tall building, just everything in my genitalia wants to turn into a uterus. You had those? The nut tingles?
Furon does sound like an element of the universe.
We are here to collect Fearon.
Kill the
The
natives.
Decepticons must be stopped.
Well, I was thinking it was going to be more Fifth Element 2, but you went Transformers.
I hated the
I went
Fifth Element.
Avatar.
What?
I hated that movie.
I have not. You ever have a movie that you've seen 30 times in your life, but in 10-minute segments out of order?
Yeah.
Just by turning. That's Fifth Element for me.
Really?
I've seen that whole movie, but like a puzzle that's been thrown on the floor. Like I have no idea what it's about, what's going on, but I've seen that whole movie in its entirety.
It's like The Sound of Music for me,
Yeah.
and I'm rooting against the Von Trapps.
Yeah, get them. They're in the attic.
I only know that one part where the lady's in the field. I woke up for that part, and that's on the cover.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing I've seen in that movie is also on the cover.
Is that the part where the hills are alive?
Yeah.
With the sound of music?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I just thought the hills were alive.
Oh my God, the hills are alive. The hills have
I thought
eyes.
that's what that movie was about. The Hills Have Eyes. I thought that was like the sequel to The Sound of Music.
Yeah.
You would think. Unless like all those Jews like got like radiation.
Wait, this is about Jews?
Sound of Music?
See, I haven't seen it.
Every movie Rob Zombie makes is hot as fuck. Like that man is a genius.
Yeah, Rob Zombie's The Sound of Music.
I know that's not true.
Is it John?
The Rob Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
The hills are thine.
Go,
What's
a
his
deer,
real name?
a female deer.
Nice.
I wish I would have got more into Rob Zombie when I was the appropriate age to get into Rob Zombie.
Yeah, so
12?
like 15.
I know, it's passed me by.
14, 15.
I can't go back and really get into it. I'm too smart now.
Yeah. Now you just gotta watch his movies, I guess. He makes some weird ass movies.
He makes some weird ass movies.
Halloween was good. I liked his version of Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And
Me too.
He did, oh shoot, what was it called? It was some like something about the devil. Some girl meets the devil. I don't know.
Mm.
It's neat.
The Devil's Rejects.
No, it was more recent.
Mm.
So Robert Bartlett Cummings.
His last name
makes
is
sense.
Cummings?
Makes sense why he did Zombie.
Yeah, I would switch my name to Zombie if my last name was Cummings.
I'm surprised Whitney kept her name. Or Dan.
Whitney Zombie.
Sherry
Dan?
Moon Zombie is his wife. But I can't pronounce his middle name. It's Bartleh. Bartlett?
It
Do you
looks
know
like
Dan?
Bartlett.
Do you know Dan Cummins?
It's like they didn't. His dad or mom couldn't quite
Yeah.
pronounce Bartlett. That's Robert.
Yeah, his
Bartlett
parents were
Cummings.
deaf, so they're gonna go. His name is Robert Bartlett.
Coming.
I wrote a bit about Scooby-Doo and I wanted to do a mentally challenged voice and I found out I can't do one.
Oh,
Everyone
no.
else has like an awesome mentally challenged voice and I never worked on it because I never made those jokes in school.
Put the.
What?
I know.
Just hold your tongue to the bottom of your mouth. Don't move your tongue. Just like this.
They talk like this.
Or yawn. No.
All right, Chris, show him how to do it.
Oh, that was an icy stare from Chris. I don't think Ryan's coming back.
And they never heard from Ryan again.
Again, that's what I love
No,
about
you know,
comedians.
that's like Downsy talking.
Downsy.
Like you talk differently. Like there's a couple different handicap voices. Like they're not all the same.
No, they're not.
There's different dialects.
Chris can tell the difference between them. We can't.
See, I can.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I was in special ed for a long time.
No.
I've wanted to tell it on stage. I haven't written it down, but I was trapped next to this kid Ben in a wheelchair, and he was just shitting himself and making eye contact and smiling with me the whole time. But I was too dyslexic and full of anxiety to like say anything about it, so I just kept yelling at the teacher. It was like, "Shut up, or I'll send you to the principal's office." And like, poop. But I spent enough time with those kids. Like they have regional dialect. They have accents.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to hear like an Australian deaf guy.
Oh,
Mommy.
yeah.
And they go, ain't my mammy.
And the cool thing is, they have no idea we're making fun of them right now.
Unless they can read lips.
Well, that's
We're
why
covered
you.
by the microphones.
Oh, thank God.
Actually, you're not.
Just no one tell them what we said.
Nobody tell them. Just everyone be cool.
You know what? If anyone knows what the fuck we just said, don't tell them because I think it was gibberish.
All three of you, shut up.
Mm-hmm. That's you, Chris Wellman. I'm watching you.
I'm Ryan.
No, Chris Wellman watches this.
Oh, okay. Is this live?
Actually, watch it. Does Ashley watch it also?
Yeah. Ashley watched.
Cool. We agreed.
And you, pirate.
When
I'm watching that shit. Pirate. Pirate. Look at me. Pirate.
When we went to Denver to see Bobby Slayton. We turned to him and said, everybody agrees that the Wellmans are the nicest couple on the planet. Mm-hmm. They're just so sweet. Even though they killed a possum with a paint gun.
That's why I asked him to tell that story.
But they're just very sweet people. Wouldn't hurt a fly unless it was on the back of a possum.
12.
Yeah, I saw their anniversary picture on Facebook. They look like babies.
Yeah.
Little babies.
It's an arranged marriage. They're both from some...
Yeah, dude. Holy crap. Right? It's the one where you have your dreamy emo boy haircut, Chris.
Yeah.
You should be doing Toys R Us kids commercials.
Where you look like you love the band Chiodos, that picture.
He looks like an anime drawing of an American.
Right?
Yeah.
Looks like he's about to try and sell us Legos.
I'm right here in front of you, and I can't stop shaking. I know he knows the rest of the words.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Right? No, they've been married forever.
Well, 8 years.
That's a long time. It's
Third.
like half my fucking life.
Yeah.
I was in high school 8 years ago. That's a fucking long time.
I've been married 24 years.
Yeah, getting married that early sounds a lot like leaving a party at 8:30.
He got his first pube and then asked her to marry him.
Today I am a man, and I shall take a woman.
No. Today I am a man, and I shall take a woman.
He grew a pube before his balls dropped. His genetics are all fucked up.
See, I never had my balls drop. I don't know if that was a sensation I missed or if it was something I was supposed to notice.
They drop before you're 3.
What?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I remember seeing my mom grab my little brother's scrotum. I was like, what is she doing? It was so weird because she was waiting for his balls to drop. Actually, it might be before 3. But I just remember seeing my little brother, Paul, who has a different father than I do. And at his young age, his junk was as big as mine. I'm 7 years older. And I was like, dang. So I used to call him Tripod. Anyway. Coming back.
It was the 80s.
It was so weird. It was no, actually
was
it was
new.
It was the it was the 70s.
Yeah, there weren't tripods before that.
It was the 70s.
Yeah.
My little brother was born in 76, 3 days before my 7th birthday, which I never had, because he came home on my birthday. So
that's a great way to start a relationship with someone.
Yeah, everybody forgot my birthday. But I just remember my mom changing his diaper, but he was old enough to stand, and her grabbing his scrotum and pulling on it, and him not objecting, and me not understanding what's going on.
Madam? Oh, I do object to this behavior. It is not ladylike.
All those years ago, I remember that kid's name, Paul Sanchez.
Paul Sanchez.
Well,
The original Dirty Sanchez.
No, they make fun of me for
His
remembering
name was Paul
names.
Sanchez.
And he's my
His
brother.
name was Paul
I know you're watching, Paul Sanchez.
I know you're watching, Paul Sanchez.
Paul Caridad Sanchez.
Caridad?
Caridad. It means charity in Spanish.
Isn't that what that guy yells in Temple of Doom? You made that shit up.
Caridad! And he rips out the heart.
Chris, what is the word for charity in Spanish?
Done.
Bam!
Boom!
Kind of dumb.
I could have come up with that.
I know.
I could write the entire like Spanish language in half the time with twice the efficiency.
And go.
Milk is called milko. Bed is sleepo.
What I think is funny about Spanish, compared to English, hot, 3 letters, 1 syllable. Hot in Spanish, caliente, 4 syllables. I don't know how many letters because I can't spell. But it seems like there's a lot more syllables for stuff. Like if you look at the
Maybe
thing
that's
for,
why they speak so much more quickly.
well, no, that's only the poor Spanish. Speak
Yeah.
quickly.
Oh, okay.
The light skin Spanish or the light skinned.
There's two kinds of
Mexicans.
Spanish: the poor and the light skinned.
No, but you were in Mexico.
And then
Yeah.
the cerebral palsy Spanish.
Yeah. Spanish palsy.
Spalsy.
Palsy.
Wait, I'm getting myself in trouble.
Spalsglish.
But if you read the whole thing on how to wash your hands after you've used the bathroom, it's way more complicated if you're a Spanish speaker.
Really? Okay.
I should bring that in from work. I should just tear it off the wall, bring it in.
Yeah. No, we can put it next to the oven.
The griddle.
The griddle.
Yeah.
It's not an oven. It's a griddle.
How come there's a griddle on the wall?
See, everyone asks that, and I don't get the point is that there's a griddle on the wall.
Like frame it or something. I don't know.
No,
just
it's like a canvas painting. Like it sticks out that way.
It's an Andy Warhol original.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it is.
Right.
Right.
I painted a picture of a soup can. Now here's a griddle on the wall.
Yeah, he came in here just before he died.
Andy Warhol did?
Is he dead?
I think so.
I hope
He
so.
was white. He was very white.
Yeah.
He was a white bird. I never felt so white as when I was in Mexico. Like my first moment touching down on Mexican soil, I was going through customs, and the guy was rifling through my bag, and he was like, "You speak Spanish?" I was like, "Nah." Like, un poquito? I'm like, no. can't help you.
Mi español es poquito.
Yeah. He's just holding up all my
But you
technology
couldn't say
that
that.
blinks. Like, you guys have that here, right?
Yeah.
So what do you do when you found your fleshlight?
No, they have those there. You know exactly what that is.
He
I
was
think
not
it was
surprised.
invented there.
Como se dice fleshlight?
Right. No, they know that brand.
Donkey.
Burro.
El gato es negro.
A black cat?
Yeah. Crossed my path.
Oh.
That was my aunt's album, Gato Negro.
Nice.
It was Black Cat. She married the drummer from Rage Against the Machine.
No way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right? It's pretty cool, right?
My neighbor's sister is married to John Cusack. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who?
John Cusack?
No, I know. No, the prior to that.
My neighbor's sister.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yeah.
I adored John Cusack until I saw how he tweets and what he believes.
What is he? What
What
is
does he
it?
believe?
Gimme.
He believes in Keynesian economics, which is so outdated for the times, but he's so rabid about it. It's funny. Read his tweets. He goes off so quickly. He doesn't spell check anything. He doesn't go back for grammatical errors or anything. He just blah. He's rabid. It's insane.
Okay, what's Keynesian economics?
An outdated form.
Hold on,
of,
what's economics?
all right, here we go. So
Let's break it down into syllables.
Wait.
So who's kin?
I believe Ken is married to Barbie.
yeah, and when
Right.
Ken died, Barbie didn't have insurance, so that's why she's living in the Barbie trailer.
Yeah, and eco, so grass,
Right.
and then company, so company.
Ken Grass Company.
Yeah, and nomics, so like radical skateboarding.
Bro, those are some tight nomics.
Exactly.
If you really want me to go back to, let's say,
Right, no, I
the
was
barter
making- I
system.
was making a joke,
Oh,
I
I
wanna
know.
know.
Oh, I totally. And so was I.
So I was just like, cool, but seriously,
The barter system. Dude, I would love to barter. It'd be
yeah,
the shit.
that's the way to go.
I don't
I
like.
have 2 handfuls of cum.
Yeah,
What will you trade for it?
exactly. I don't
A
like.
bucket.
I don't like that stuff costs a specific
It
amount
has a hole in
of
it.
money. Like I hate when it's like $4.58. Like just make it I'll give you the extra money
Yeah.
to make it $5. And I don't have to walk around with change or like try and do math of cents.
Just here's $20.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
give me the things.
Give me the
I would
things.
like to walk into King Soopers with like a wooden chair and be like, I'm going to grab these boxes of cereal and leave this here.
Hold on. For those of you
Oh,
not
yeah.
in Colorado, King Soopers is a grocery store like
Right.
Safeway or Vons.
Kroger. Kroger, bitch.
Yeah.
What's up?
Piggly Wiggly.
Did you know that Piggly Wiggly in California is called P&W? And it's black and white logo because people in California would not shop at a freaking Piggly Wiggly.
They're like, that sounds like some Teletubby shit.
That's from the South. We won't do that.
I'm not going to buy my groceries from Sesame Street.
Wait a minute. That sounds like a southern thing. That's so gauche. I won't go there. But yeah, you'll go to the P&W, won't you, Mr. Howell?
I want Animal from the Muppets stocking my bread.
Whole meat!
No, when I was working at King Supers, there were some people like that. I walked by that same store I used to work at. I don't go there very often because it's on the other side of town from where I live now. But I walked through there and they're all still there. Like I had my hood up and I never want to be recognized when I go back there because I hate having to talk to people that I used to know. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I don't care. I haven't thought of you at all since we last spoke.
Not even on my radar.
Yeah, so I avoid them. But I was just looking around. I was like, it's all the same people. They haven't left.
That's funny. I've only had one work experience where I haven't had somebody that I enjoyed that I would like to talk to again. And that was at the Uinta Big Five.
No.
Screw all those people. So I get that.
See, I've met some cool people that I would like to talk to again, but in that setting of like they're working and I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Like, what have you been up to? And like, I'm not going to run you through the past 3 years of my life since I saw you last.
Especially since I know the last 3 years of your life is just this.
Exactly.
Oh, they got new price guns.
Right, huh? New
Ooh,
price guns. They print the old prices.
We use a chip reader now. Swiping is a thing of the past.
Was that supposed to help?
Who's doing end caps now? Still Tracy?
Was the chip reader supposed to be faster or something? Why did they do the chips?
I think it. I don't know the specifics, but I had read somewhere that it was like tighter security, so that you're less likely to get like identity thefted.
Really? Because some places still like half the places I go to.
Yeah, like now you put the little chip in instead of swiping it through the thing.
Yeah, and you're like fucking their little robot with your chip.
Yeah, the Europeans have been using it for years, and you're right. It is supposedly for identity theft, but it takes so freaking long.
Right. It's really, it just emails Mike Pence every time you buy a banana.
That's longer than it is wide. Sexual!
Hashtag sexual.
Yeah.
I want that trending right now.
Are you talking about a vagina?
Talking about the banana.
Oh, banana.
A vagina is deeper than it is wide. You don't
see.
Women don't go. My vagina's so long.
How long is it?
It's so long. You can stretch from here to Pueblo, yo.
My vagina is so long.
How long is it?
It's so long. There's still snow on it in the summertime.
Colorado.
My vagina's so long.
How long is it?
Chicks in New York are double dutching with it right now.
Right now. Ow, 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 ow. When's it gonna be my turn?
I forgot. I go get bread at King Supers from their like bad bread, and I'll just buy their just because it's bad. Like, I don't really care what the price is. I just load up on all the bread that's there.
Then do you freeze it?
No. Should I do that?
You should, so it'll last longer.
Shit.
Or just let it sit in your house and go batter.
So I need to buy a freezer.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Pick one up at your local Goodwill.
Right. Right now, I just salt all my meat.
You salt all your meat, but what do you do with your bread?
Huh? It just sits out, and then I eat around the mold parts. Is that unhealthy? To just eat around the mold?
I've realized
it's not the mold.
I've realized halfway through a sandwich before that there's mold on it.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Yeah. I don't think it'll kill you, but will you get sick from eating mold?
I'm not sure. I know that if it's like in your bathroom, you could die. That's how Brittany Murphy died. They found mold in her shower. She was in that like Ashton Kutcher "Let's Get Married in Vegas" movie.
Oh, okay.
That was black mold, right? And it got in her lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's black mold.
Yeah, like I had read that like she
I'm sorry,
died.
African American mold.
Right. Dude. Yeah, they had like she died, and they were trying to figure out like what happened to the autopsy, and then her boyfriend died from black mold in the shower like weeks later, and they were like, "Oh, of course."
Yeah, can you just seal that up in the wall? Because I did that at one of my apartments. There was something that kind of looked like maybe it was black mold, but I didn't want to test it because that cost money. So I just caulked all around it and sealed it up into the wall like asbestos. Like you do that with asbestos.
Unless
right?
the seal was completely airtight, that shit's grown.
Oh, I airtied the shit out of that. I mean, it's inside the wall, but you can't.
That's like trapping those three people from Krypton in that cube. Or in the flat flat mirror.
Zod.
Zod.
They got sent to Prism.
So I think you might be okay unless the cock suddenly has some type of cohesion problems. Then it could get out, and you might have somehow formed a super black mold.
But I figured if it works with asbestos, it'd probably work with the mold, right? I mean, eventually it's going to eat through the wall, but it's a rental, so that's not my problem.
Asbestos isn't alive.
Prove it.
That's why it's not going to eat through the wall eventually, but
you just said like asbestos.
Yeah, like asbestos. You just seal it up.
Yeah, because it's not. Well, most asbestos is not friable, so it's not going to be cancer causing.
Right.
Yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I worked on a really old apartment, like really old, and they had asbestos, and then it was so old, the double Dutch vagina. I don't remember how it went.
Good callback.
But they just sealed everything up, drywalled over it, and I had to replace a piece where this guy punched the wall, and we found out it was asbestos. Like once my dad looked at it, he's like, "That's asbestos. Someone else does this. We don't have the proper equipment, and I'm not fucking around with it."
Yeah.
And then, of course, because it's construction, some other guy was like, "I'll do it," and he had his Leonard Skinner bandana, and he just like has his face in the hole. He's like, "What's in here?" So, but like seeing a hole that a guy punched in a wall and then finding out there's asbestos in there was such a funny scene in my head to me, where it's like, "Fuck you, Denise!" Punch the wall.
Now I have mesothelioma.
Do you have mesothelioma? You could be entitled to car insurance.
Is that Dr. Stevenia?
Do you or somebody you know have mesothelioma? Have you or somebody you know been injured or died? Oh yeah, I did. I died.
I died. Money, please.
They need to reword that. Because then what, a lawyer comes by and just throws cash on your grave. And if the widow's not there to pick it up, it just goes to the vagrants or the lawn guy or the maintenance guy.
Or the ghosts.
The ghosts.
Lewis Black has a show on the internet right now called The Rant Is Due, where it's not a special, but it's every night he records one of his shows at a theater in a new city, and people just write him their angry letters about the world, and he reads them on stage, like he performs their material.
Oh, nice.
But he went off on this rant himself about how like he somehow like got his parents, like they didn't die, but he got their life insurance policy like they died. And I was like, "You can do that? Like, I'm just going to take out insurance policies on everyone I know, and then when they're not dead, I'm going to just keep pulling out money."
There's been a lot of people making money doing that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah. I will have to do some more research and come back, but we're just about at the end of our show here.
Really?
It's 7:31.
Did we start late or something?
Yeah, I think we did.
We started a little bit late because we were late, not you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're not
I mean,
blaming
I feel like I was also late.
No, we didn't tell you what time.
I was.
But you weren't given the time, so don't feel bad about that. We'll have you on again sometime in 2014.
Okay.
Oh wait, that already passed. Sorry.
Damn. All booked up, huh?
Yeah.
Going back in time.
If I could turn back time.
You're on next week with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to Nyland.
Yeah, no, I book people. But totally. So I have a show going on here at the Pecan Theater that I will no longer be at, but I'm still like paying for it.
Nice.
So it'll be here at the Pecan Theater with Vincent V. Hill, Dan Rainey, and Cesar Gonzalez and some other people I'm having replace my spot that I have to talk to.
Like Marco Laura
but
and John Archer.
Right. But I haven't gotten those confirmed
guys.
yet. I don't
Oh yeah, you don't want to attract too many people and then disappoint them that Marco or I aren't there.
I was thinking
they would demand refund.
I came for Archer.
Yes.
That's a sentence that's never been uttered.
not by woman or man.
No.
I think I heard a bird say it once.
I'm going to be in Vegas on May 3rd through the 6th, I think.
Where are you performing?
I don't know. He didn't tell me what the club is called, but I'm going to be on a porn star podcast.
What?
So I'm going to get like coked up and be an ass
Hell
to the
yeah.
porn stars. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Save some for me.
Totally, dude. Chris, do you know all the dates in your head? Because I know the city. I don't remember what the places are called. Or
First, I'm in Pueblo on April 1st at the Pueblo Country Club. And then you, me, and Corey, what the fuck?
Romero.
That fucking guy.
In Rapid City on March 7th and March 6th.
you mean
April. Because that already happened. Tell us, how was it?
We did things backwards here.
yeah?
Check out the DeLorean right over there.
April 6th is Rapid City. Friday the 7th, we're going to be in Fairview, Montana, and we're going to be at Wayford City at the American Watford City.
Yeah.
At the American Legion on 8th this Saturday.
We're running away, joining the American Legion.
Yeah.
How about that, John Archer?
Cash me outside. How about that?
How about that?
I'm a little upset that I only get to do the local stuff now, even though I have the car with air conditioning and heating. But you're gonna take Nyland's. Oh, you're taking Corey has a nice vehicle that you can all fit in as comfortably as mine.
I'm gonna buy a van. I need to complete the rest of my look. I need to buy a van
and a bag of candy.
Yeah, and a bag of candy for adult women.
And a ramp to the back of the van.
Exactly. Dude, I have so many couches.
In the van?
Bags.
No, just outside. Why would they be in the van? They need to be outside of the van. I just keep them in various neighborhoods and like help me load this couch in. The couch doesn't actually have to end up in the van.
Oh, okay. I see.
Just the woman. That's the important part. I don't care if that IKEA couch actually makes it back to my apartment.
Just fuck a girl in somebody's front lawn.
Just put a bunch of beanbags in the back, like I did with my hearse.
Yeah,
a '68 Cadillac hearse.
That's actually dope. Did you have like a disco ball in there? Lava
No,
lamp?
it would have fit.
Shag
both
rug?
of them. No, but once you take out all the rollers in the back, there's no seats, so you throw a bunch of beanbags in there, and people don't roll around.
Rotating heart-shaped bed.
Bingo. There you go.
Does having all those beanbags in that van make it easier to solve mysteries?
Right.
It did, yes.
That's
Scooby Corner.
My parents' version of putting me in timeout, putting me in a beanbag.
Now you're going to sit there and relax and think about what you've done.
Or flip around like a turtle.
Ryan, you got anything coming up?
Starting tomorrow, Wednesdays, I will be hosting an open mic at La Palapala.
Is that real?
That's real. It's a Mexican restaurant called La Palapala. It's on Circle.
Nice.
What?
Circle and Ryan's bad at street names Avenue.
And it's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, called La Pala Pala.
I'm excited.
So that's starting tomorrow.
I'm glad that other people are finally opening open mics.
8.
Dang it.
Because it was dying down for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to do like hat tricks.
Yeah.
If I can. Just hit all of them every day.
Just like a open mic crawl.
Yeah, drive to one, drive to the other.
Yeah.
Just get all that time out.
And what I've got going on tomorrow is Monument Goodwill. We'll be taking anything you want to drop off except for mattresses and TVs. That includes box springs.
You want to take TVs?
And building equipment.
Damn it. I have so many mattresses and televisions that need to...
Weenie.
All right. That's been the Wheel Podcast with Chris Crazy Legs Fonseca, Nyland Vigil, our awesome producer, our guest, Ryan Pacheco, who's an awesome local Colorado Springs comedian. I really enjoy his stuff. And me, John the Hack Archer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He made his own nickname.